Hello friends, in our today videos we will try to learn how we can make correlation among two variables, among multiple variables and in all numeric variables, and then we will see how we can produce p-value with our correlations, and finally we will see that how we can make graph between two variables to show a correlation among them. So first of all is the working directory. In our early video, as I said, the working directory is the connections between our R softwares and folders where files are present. So where your files are present, you will right click on the file and then properties, and that will show your locations, and copy this location and paste this location in our softwares. One thing you have to amend that you have to change to back slash into forward slash so that R can recognize it as a working directory. So first of all we have run the working directory command, then we will import our data file that is present in that folders. So we will right click on that. So this file has been imported, and you can see in window 296 observations and 8 variables. Then we will attach our data files though, so that the column can be recognized names, and then we will attach it. And now we can make correlation between two variables, pod and cats are our variables, and you can see that R has produced 0.074298 values in correlation value of between pod and cat. And similarly we can find correlation among multiple variables. So cor is the function, then our data files data underscore Shahzad underscore 4, and then this the name of multiple variables, pod, cat, sod, and pv. So we will click on that, and you can see that R has produced file correlations table among pod, cats, sod, and np. So in this way multiple variable correlation can be found. Now we can find the correlation R of our all numeric variables. So core is the functions, and data underscore data file unlist, and I'll apply function where you will choose, and then data file and comma is dot numeric. So through these commands we can find the correlations among all numeric variables. And through these commands, data underscore Shahzad, this is our file name, and we want to skip our treatments variables, data underscore Shahzad. You can see that this years, treatment variety, and replications are our treatment variables. So we want to delete these columns from our data. So we will choose it bracket comma manage C1 2 3 4 5. We want to delete all these columns from our data files. So we will run this command, and now you can again see that these R has deleted. So now you can see that only numeric variables are present in your data, pod, cat, and sodium. And then you have to name x is equal to data underscore Shahzad. For that is the file name that we have made after deleting the treatment variables. So we will run that, and then this is the functions. So you have to run these functions, and then p tables, this is core stars x. So R will produce p value as a static. If 4 static, it will be mean 0.001, p value less than, and if was 3 static, p dot 001 less than 1 p value. So this will show the probability along with the correlations value. So you will run that, and first we have to, and then we will have to write dot. So this is a file as produced, so we want to export it. Write dot csv tables correlation dot table. uh, this is our new file commands. So you can now see in our folders that are has exported our correlations. So you can see that R has produced that tables. So this is the correlations table, and static showing the probabilities, on which probability that is the significant relations or not significant relation. As I show in that if a p is less than 0.0001, then the 4 star will show. If the probability is less than 0.001, this is the significance levels, on which significant levels that the correlations. So R has produced that table. And now we can also make correlations graph between our two variables. So we want to plot POD and cat amount. So page 19 and color light blue. So these are running these commands. You can see that the R has produced the correlations POD and cats. We want erections line cat and POD colors red. W is 3, width of the line. So that you can see that the this has show the regressions line and person correlations value. We want that the R should show us what is the correlation value between POD and cats. And by running this, and now you can see that the R has produced a correlation value 0.7. So through this you can see that we have you will be able to calculate the correlations between two variables. And through these commands you can calculate the correlation between two variables. And through these commands you can calculate the correlations between multiple variables. And then through these commands you can calculate all numeric variables. R will calculate the correlations of all numeric values, numeric parameters present in your value. Through this command you can calculate. And last one I show you that by removing your treatment variables. Through these commands you will first remove all your numeric variables, and then just simply you will x is equal to data underscore Shahzad underscore for correlation. After removing the treatment variable you will give name x, and you will run these functions or whole functions, and at the end you will run p table and through this R will produce probability value with correlations value. Significant difference is exist between two variables or not, and on which probability levels. So R will show it through static. And in the last you have seen that we have produced correlation between two variables through graphic. So now I think that you have learned these commands, and through these are very easy command, and through this command you can calculate correlations values, and you can also plot correlations. So keep in touch with our YouTube channels for more learning on ours. Thank you very much.